WWE superstar Kevin Owens may skip surgery. Kevin Owens' recent announcement of a serious neck injury requiring surgery has not only sidelined him for a significant period but also forced his withdrawal from his highly anticipated match against Randy Orton at WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas. This unfortunate news has resonated deeply within the wrestling community, particularly with his scheduled opponent. In a recent interview with Complex.Randy, Orton, a veteran himself who has faced career-threatening injuries, shared his heartfelt sentiments regarding Owens' situation. "If we're being real here, my heart breaks for Kevin," Orton stated, emphasizing his empathy for his former partner. He further elaborated on the challenges Owens now faces, acknowledging both the physical and mental toll of such an injury. "Even more than a physical journey he's gotta go on to let his body heal, it's a mental journey too. His body's been through it, and now he's paying that price, like he said in the ring the other day. We all pay the price at one point or another." Demonstrating his support beyond mere words, the article stated Orton's proactive approach in helping Owens through this difficult time. Orton has reportedly arranged for Owens to seek a second opinion from the very surgeon. It is the same doctor who played a crucial role in his own recovery from a severe back injury that nearly ended his illustrious career. The legend killer himself had faced a daunting prognosis back in 2022 when his long-standing back issues reached a critical point. Told that surgery would likely mean the end of his wrestling career, Orton recalled the devastating impact of that news. "There wasn't a lot of help other than surgery, and I think that when I finally was told that it was time to hang up the boots, this is about 6 months before my operation, my world ended." However, Orton's determination led him to explore alternative solutions. He consulted with Dr. Adam Conter in California, who ultimately performed a career-saving surgery that avoided cutting crucial core muscles, allowing Orton to make a successful return to the ring after a lengthy rehabilitation. While the exact severity of Owens' neck injury remains undisclosed, the wrestling world collectively hopes for his swift and complete recovery. Regardless of the specifics, a lengthy rehabilitation process is anticipated. The opportunity to consult with Orton's surgeon offers some hope that he may not have to undergo surgery after all. Kevin Owens set up to get second opinion on neck injury. Kevin Owens may have second opinion on neck injury after being told he requires neck surgery. Kevin Owens could be getting a second opinion on his current injury. It was noted by Complex that Randy Orton has set Owens up with a second opinion from a surgeon that Orton worked with previously. Orton has also advised the former WWE Universal Champion to make the best decision for himself and his family and to reach out to him if Owens needs to talk. Orton was originally scheduled to face Kevin Owens in one of the headline matches at WrestleMania 41. The match was ultimately scrapped because of Owens' neck injury, however. Orton commented on Co's injury and missing out on their Mania match, telling Complex, "If we're being real here, my heart breaks for Kevin. I think, first and foremost, I just hate that he's gotta go through that. Even more than a physical journey, he's gotta go on to let his body heal, it's a mental journey too. His body's been through it, and now he's paying that price, like he said in the ring the other day. We all pay the price at one point or another." The belief is Kevin Owens will be out of action for over a year due to the neck injury, and the expectation within WWE is the former Raw World Champion is unlikely to be involved with 2025's WrestleMania 42. Cultaholic is now on WhatsApp. Follow us here. Sign up to the Cultaholic Wrestling newsletter now. Randy Orton wants Bad Bunny in his corner shortly after Kevin Owens announced that a career-threatening neck injury had removed him from the WrestleMania 41 card. He was met at ringside by the man initially slated to wrestle him, Randy Orton. It was brief and subtle, dictated by their on-screen dynamic as adversaries following months of tension. They shared barely more than a nod, but the emotion in both of them was palpable. For everything that's played out on-screen over the last year between Orton and Owens, it's the person beyond the ring, the father, the husband, the genuine human, that Orton feels for as Owens undergoes neck surgery and begins the long recovery process. "If we're being real here, my heart breaks for Kevin," Orton says. "I think, first and foremost, I just hate that he's gotta go through that. Even more than a physical journey he's gotta go on to let his body heal, it's a mental journey too."
Kevin Owens' heinous act to cost Randy Orton his match vs. Carmelo Hayes on WWE SmackDown. Chances explored. WWE superstar Randy Orton returned at the 2025 Elimination Chamber to get back at his former ally Kevin Owens. The Viper stopped the prizefighter from further destroying Sami Zayn after the unsanctioned match between the Canadians. While Cole eventually managed to escape Orton's wrath thanks to the security officials, he could pull off a heinous trick against the Apex Predator on this week's edition of SmackDown. Kevin Owens turned heel during the closing stages of the 2024 Bad Blood after Cody Rhodes teamed up with Roman Reigns. A Rogue Co then feuded with Randy, eventually injuring the 14-time world champion after delivering a piledriver to Randy during a brawl on SmackDown last November. Now, Randy Orton is back to collect his dues from Owens. The Viper is scheduled to face Carmelo Hayes on this week's edition of SmackDown. Although Orton may not fall for Melo's sneaky pinfall roll-up this time around, there is a chance that Cole may cause a distraction, which may allow him to steal another win. Hayes previously defeated Randy in a triple threat Money in the Bank qualifying match last year that also involved Tama Tonga. Notably, the prizefighter had reached the doorsteps of Sami Zayn ahead of their unsanctioned match in Toronto. He posted a video of himself from outside Sami's house on X. The former Universal Champion issued threats in the video and blamed his frenemy for the consequences that awaited the Raw superstar. Now, Cole could perform the heinous act once again and pull up outside Orton's house this time. This would be the perfect setup for an opportunist like Hayes to land a vicious blow and pin the Apex Predator. While this is a significant possibility, all of this is speculation so far. Randy Orton to injure Kevin Owens during their potential match at WrestleMania 41. Kevin Owens has been a loose cannon ever since he turned heel. The prizefighter has used the package piledriver on multiple superstars and also tried to execute the banned move on Shawn Michaels during the contract signing segment ahead of his latter match against Cody Rhodes at the Royal Rumble. Moreover, he also stole the Winged Eagle title last December. Randy Orton has already hinted that he is ready to bring back his Legend Killer mode and completely destroy Cole. He almost landed a punt kick on the former United States champion in Toronto but was stopped by the security officials seconds before his boot made contact with Owens' skull. If the two men get a spot at WrestleMania 41, this foreshadowing could see the light of day in Las Vegas. The company could use this setup to give the Viper a big win and send Cole on a kayfabe injury hiatus. However, this is also speculative at this point. It will be interesting to see what lies ahead for the former friends on the road to the show of shows. Randy Orton will return to the ring for his first match since October on the Friday, March 14 WWE SmackDown. Orton kicked off this week's episode with a promo addressing John Cena's heel turn and Orton's surprise run in at last Saturday's Elimination Chamber PLE following the Kevin Owens vs. Sami Zayn match. Later in Friday's show, after a run-in with Carmelo Hayes in a backstage segment, Orton vs. Hayes was made official for next Friday's SmackDown. Charlotte Flair will also have her first match since the Royal Rumble on next week's episode, taking on B-Fab. Flair attacked her WrestleMania opponent Tiffany Stratton on this week's show, putting her in the figure 8. The B-Fab bout was also set up with a back